In a small town, there lived a young man with a seemingly ordinary life. He worked for a company, had a simple place to live, and had a few close friends. However, in his heart, there was always a sense of restlessness that he could hardly understand. Every time he went on social media or looked at the people around him, he felt that his life was lacking compared to theirs. He constantly wondered, why isn't my life as great as theirs? With each passing day, this man became more and more obsessed with other people's lives. He saw his friends get promoted at work and felt like a failure himself. When others bought a new house or went on vacation, he felt envious and unhappy. She starts comparing every aspect of her life to others, feeling increasingly depressed and dissatisfied. Slowly, the envy began to affect his outlook on the world, making him often moody and demoralized. One day, while taking a walk in the park, this man ran into an old friend. The old friend was happy, smiling, and telling him how he had achieved his dreams. The man felt very small in front of his friend. He felt that his life was so insignificant compared to others. At night, when he was alone in his room, he felt a deep emptiness. He started blaming himself and felt like a failure. In her despair, she asked herself, "Why can't I be like them?" In search of answers to his restlessness, this man met an old sage in a lonely park. The old sage listened to his story patiently and said, "Everyone has their own path in life. Comparing yourself to others is comparing apples to oranges. You cannot see the true value of your life if you keep comparing yourself with others. Look around you. There are so many things to be grateful for." The man began to reflect on these words of wisdom. He began to realize that all this time he had been too focused on what he didn't have and had forgotten what God had given him. He began to open his eyes and saw that there were many beautiful things in his life that he had been ignoring. After that encounter, this man began to change his perspective. He learned to be grateful for what he had, no matter how small it was. He stopped comparing his life to others and started finding happiness in simple things. Whenever envy arose, he remembered the wise words of the old man and refocused on the blessings he had. Slowly, he began to feel more peaceful and content with his life. The man finally found true happiness in gratitude and accepting himself as he is. Comparing oneself to others will only bring dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Everyone has their own path, and the most important thing is to be grateful for what we have. True happiness comes when we learn to accept ourselves and be grateful for all the gifts that God has given us.